Hello, fourth graders, it's Miss Leon. We have been working on writing our informational piece. We have really centered that informational piece on the American Revolution. This video now is about self-editing or self-revising, and we're going to be focusing that mostly on our chapter 4. And chapter 4 is supposed to be an essay. It's supposed to be an essay telling us about why a certain event in our paper is important. So let's go ahead and get started with this so you can see the steps that you should be taking when you are doing self-revision. Very similar to what you have seen before is a checklist, and this is an editing and revising checklist. This is for the essay component of it. So just looking at that really quick, you will need to have an introduction with a hook. You need to have a claim with 2 reasons, not 3, but 2. And then in each paragraph for the reasons, I'm looking for a topic sentence that is telling me what that paragraph is about and 2 facts that support the topic sentence. And then we're looking for a conclusion that has a hook. You are going to restate your thesis statement, and then that is actually leading you in your introduction. And then you're going to try to give the reader something to think about. You're going to make sure that you're using transitional words and phrases. If you're not remembering what those transitional words and phrases are, we have that linked in our Schoology and also in our actual assignment in Google Classroom. So you can look there to help you remember what the transitional words and phrases are. We are going to be checking for correct spelling, capitalization, and end punctuation. All right, so on my screen, I am showing my chapter 4, and this is an essay telling you about why the subtopic that I chose in chapter 2 is so important. So when you see here, you can see that I have the outline. It says introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph number 2, and then my conclusion. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go step by step through each part of my my essay, and I'm going to see if these components are there. So looking at my checklist, I'm going to get that on the screen. My checklist asks if, in the introduction, if I created a hook. That means that we had those 4 hooks that we talked about previously. I'm going to see if I have a hook to hook the reader in and a claim with my thesis statement. So let's see what I got here. It says Paul Revere was important to the American Revolution because the famous midnight ride to warn the colonists of the British attack, as well as his involvement in other acts of protest against the government. Okay, I see a thesis statement. I do not see a hook. So I need to go back and I need to check my, my checklist and show exactly what I'm noticing here. So I do not have a hook. I did not even start that. But yes, I do have a claim with 2 reasons. And if I'm looking back, my reasons are it's important because of his famous midnight ride and also his involvement in the other acts of government. All right, real quick, body paragraph 2 with the topic body paragraph 1 with reason 1 and the topic sentence and 2 facts. Okay, body paragraph 1. Paul Revere's ability to warn John Hancock, William Dawes, and other colonists of the British coming by sea or the Charles River was extremely important to the American Revolution. So that sits here and that supports the famous midnight ride. The first reason is important because the colonists were able to move the guns and the ammunition to keep the British from taking them. That's fact 1. Without guns and ammunition, the colonists would not have been able to fight off or protect themselves from the King's army. Fact 2. Also, Revere's ability to warn his fellow patriots gave them enough time. 3. Okay, I'm noticing that I have all these grammatical errors, but I actually have more than 2 facts. I have 3, and I gave the topic sentence. It is supporting what I said in my thesis. So I'm going to go back to my checklist. Yes, I have a topic sentence, and I have more than 2 facts. I have 3. So I'm just going to put a 3 there because I am definitely doing that. So you can kind of see what's going on here. But I will tell you that I'm noticing that I have a lot of errors in here with things like transition words and phrases, indentation. So let's go in here, and I did not indent, so I'm going to just push once, indentation. Again, another time, indentation. Here's my paragraph 2 for the body, indentation, and indentation. I have fixed that, so now I can check, yes, I only indented the first line. Spelling, that is a big no. When I was reading this, it said game them. Nope, not true. Gave is better. When I'm reading through here in this first paragraph, the introduction, Paul Revere was important to the American Revolution because, and I'm going to add the word of the famous midnight ride to warn colonists of the British attack, as well as his involvement. I don't like that. So it has these blue lines, says his involvement, as well as his involvement in other acts of protest against the British government. Sounds way better. Love it. Paul Revere's ability to warn John Hancock, William Dawes, comma, and other colonists of the British coming by sea, or I'm going to add a comma there. I just think that looks a little strange. Or the Charles River was extremely important to the American Revolution. That is my topic sentence. The first reason this is important is because there's this blue squiggly line. What are they saying about this? The first reason this is important is because the colonists were able to move the guns, ammunition to keep the British from taking them. Without guns and ammunition, the colonists would not have been able to fight off, I'm going to add a comma there, or protect themselves from the king's army. Also, Revere's ability to warn his fellow patriots gave them enough time to prepare for the battles ahead. So that's only one paragraph that I am doing the spelling and the capitalization. So I'm starting to, I cannot say that I'm there yet. And as far as transition words, I'm going to go back and I see the word also. I'm going to highlight that and I'm going to make that orange, showing my transitions are in orange. Also is a transitional word or phrase. I have as well as, that is transitional word or phrase. I'm going to make that orange so that will stand out. The first reason is also a transitional word or phrase. I'm going to highlight that. I am seeing that I am starting to do this. I can't say that I 100% have done all of this and it's perfect, so I'm going to mark this as starting to. These are the kinds of things I'm wanting you to do paragraph through paragraph today in your own writing for chapter 4. You need to make sure that you're going through this step by step. And when you are noticing that things need to be spruced up or cleaned up or made better, then you need to start going back in and doing that so that your writing is ready for peer review the next time. Good luck, and I can't wait to see what you do.